Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtianygo here, and welcome back to another episode of Reincarnating Trickstar, where we take Trickstars and we do whatever we can to make sure we complete our first milestone, which is top local, the first top. Then we're gonna complete our second milestone, which is to win a local, then potentially win an OTS championship, and then we'll see if we go ahead and actually take this to a regional or not. I don't want to see. I'm curious to see how much longer I want to go ahead and do this. But it's a lot of fun. Like I said, Trickstar is my favorite deck of all time, but I am here, guys, because I saw that, of course, as we said in the previous episode, Team Bortle actually took this deck to regional, went X2, got, I think, top 16 or something in the regional. So we are here because we accept his challenge to go ahead and do better than he did at the regional. We'll see what happens, but we're just having some fun here, guys. Overall, I want to go ahead and go over some changes that we made to the deck from week 1 over onto week 2 and seeing how it's going to fare out. Now we have, of course, brand new archetypes in the form of the Centurion deck, which is going to be, I don't know how popular it's going to be at this locals just yet, so I want to go ahead and play it safe. Instead of Nibiru in the side deck, we're taking out Nibiru, putting in cards like Book of Moon. I was considering Book of Eclipse, but that is something that can be potentially changed in the case they have an Ash something, so I'd rather go ahead and book the Tuner, because that way they can't synchro summon. So that's something I'm going to be testing out today to see how that fares out, how that works. Realistically, Book of Eclipse might be better, but we will find out today. Also, I've noticed that, guys, that last week we were not using the ultimate rare Trickstar Lycras, so we are taking those out, making sure the good ones are in. Also, we only played 2 Lycras last time. We are playing 3 Lycras this time because I definitely missed having that card at 3. There were so many times I wanted to go ahead and search out a 3rd copy of Lycras, but we just didn't have it in our deck. So that's something I'm going to be changing out today, guys, as well. Aside from the rest of the deck, is pretty standard to what I played before. I'm not going to change too much. We are playing 41 cards. We still have everything pretty much the same as far as that goes in the extra deck as well. Don't believe we're going to make any big changes to the extra deck just yet until we see what potential other lines we can go ahead and take this deck as far as different direction. We're going to go ahead and see, guys, with the format changing here and there, there's going to be different things that are going to come up, whether it's hand traps, board breakers, things like that, but we will have to adjust as the meta changes. But let's go ahead and head over to locals and see what we can do. Yo, what's up, guys? We just finished round 1, Trickstars, bringing back Trickstar Reincarnating Trickstars. We went up against Trap Tricks, didn't see that one coming. Game one was a bit of an adjustment, but I mean, both games, honestly, games 1 and 2, we did open the Harpy's Feather Duster, so that was obviously pretty clutch. Game 2 was a bit of a grind. Honestly, we came up really clutch because he summoned Adipus and he had 2800 attack. The biggest thing with obviously Trickstar is that it can't beat over big monsters. So what we ended up doing, we had an Ash in hand. We draw into Ready Fusion, so I activate Ready Fusion, summon, I believe I summoned Flame Swordsman, normal summon the Ash Blossom, link into SP level 9, banish the Adipus, and then activate Reincarnation Engrave, special summon back to Candina, and proceed to do Trickstar plays again. Unfortunately, Candina does not search on special summon. That would be super busted, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, fun duel. Again, round 1 we got the win. Let's see if we can keep it up. Alright, guys, round 2, go up against the homie Davin on some new heat. I thought I was going to be on his Rescue Ace. I was ready for the Rescue Ace. Was not ready for the Volcanics. Horus, Volcanic, Sinful Spoil. Absolutely crazy. This man went clean off, and now he's 2-0 in the tournament, so hope he can carry us to the top. But yeah, man, game 1 we ended up taking. Game 2 he makes the comeback, and game 3, man, Volcanic Emperor is a hell of a card. Clearly he's the better burn strategist for today. But we're still coming back, we're still learning, doing good, and let's see how round 3 treats us. Get him, Brandon, get him. 1, 2, 3. Yo, guys, end of round 3 just happened, so we went up against Labyrinth. Labyrinth, of all things, is a deck that don't really have too much practice against, so I was kind of like, what am I doing here? So we ended up losing game 1, and we are put on a immediate timer, so that was absolutely crazy. Thankfully, game 2 we are able to set up Fenrir, plus I believe an Ash in hand or something, so we had 2 interruptions. We were able to stop our opponents. And then we had normal summon Candina because we keep getting drolled out here. They're using our card. So normal summon Candina, proceed to OTK from there because I had 3 Likers in hand, so I just went attack Fenrir, attack Candina, chain Likers, chain Likers, chain Likers. And we ended up getting game 2. And then game 3, he goes first, sets up his board. With the Butler, he sets 2 or 3 face downs along with the field spell, and then we actually draw into the Lightning Storm. So we just go ahead and Lightning Storm the full back row. He chains Welcome Labyrinth. I go Ash, so then he specializes back the Butler back onto the field, and but I mean we have Fenrir, Candina with a Lilybell, I believe, as well. So it was just not looking good. But we ended up taking round 3, so we're 2-1 right now. I believe there's gonna be one more round left, so let's see if we can go ahead and top.
Last round is on the screen.
You guys, so we actually just got back from locals, and I didn't get to actually record for the last 2 rounds. I didn't actually get to record much, if any, of the actual gameplay. My phone was literally dying the entire time. But anyway, guys, so we were X1 after round 3. Then round 4, we actually go up against Unchained as a Trickstar player, which is scary. He ends up taking game 1, which immediately puts us in a position where we have to make plays. We end up taking game 2 because we drew into the shifter, so we were good to go from there. And then game 3, we actually get shifter again, so we set up Fenrir with a reincarnation, and that is enough to go ahead and just put the game away for us. There's just not much that you can do under shifter, of course, with any deck really, but Unchained just kind of struggled a little bit more against that one, so we were able to go ahead and take that. So we'll take that for the win. He did activate the Dark Contract, but we did have the Ash in order to stop that. And then next turn we just Fenrir attack and banish it face down. So we ended up taking that one. So we are X1 heading into round 5 round local, which is here it's a little bit more unheard of. So that was kind of wild. So we go into round 5, and I'm X1 right now. I am doing well. The deck is performing extremely well, of course. We are top decking when we need to against the Trap Trick player. We are a Trap Tricks player. We end up getting the Feather Duster both games. I mean, it's just everything seems to be going right. And then we go up against Jade playing the Rescue A strategy. Jade, in the event you're watching this, a great freaking game, dude. He played around the whole reincarnation combo perfectly. There's just nothing that can be said about that. We had triple tactics talents. We had set up the Fenrir with all this other stuff. I actually don't remember. No, we didn't set up the Fenrir. We had 2 light stage in hand. So we searched Candina. We had 2 light stage in hand with a draw. So we searched Candina Lycris. Search normal summon Candina, search reincarnation, set reincarnation. We had droll in hand along with some other stuff in hand. I forgot what we had, and he plays around it, sets up a ridiculous board with turbulence, of course, without adding a single card to his hand outside of the draw phase, which was ridiculous to go ahead and go up against. Man, this guy's crazy good. So he ended up taking that one. Game 2, we try again to go ahead and set up our board. We do an alright job of stopping it initially, but we don't draw our full engine because we just had Lilybell and 2 Likers in our hand, which was not the most optimal, of course. So we did what we can, man. Instant fusion, ready fusion definitely came in super clutch the entire time. Just being able to summon out like Flame Swordsman to make an SP Lil Knight and banish, I thought was hilarious. Came up 2 or 3 times during the tournament, and then Thousand Answers Trick was actually really good as well. Just being able to take your opponent's monster and then link into SP Lil Knight, and then you're good to go from there. So super crazy that we were able to go ahead and do that. But we ended up going X2, so I'm going to go and show you guys a quick deck profile so you guys can see exactly what it is that I played. A few changes that I made here and there between this one and the first episode, guys. So let's go ahead and see exactly what I played. I'll show you guys to you right now. Alright guys, so of course before we end the video, I want to go ahead and make sure that I get you guys the deck profile, what we played today, changes that we made, everything. Like I said, this episode I didn't get any of the actual footage, so sorry about that, guys, but Let me know if you guys prefer just a more breakdown version, if you guys actually like watching the replays and having me dub it. I'm testing out both, I guess, just to also see which one you guys prefer. So let me know in the comment section down below if you guys seen the first episode into the second one. But yeah, so we played, of course, 3 Candina. We played 3 Lycris this time instead of just the 2. I actually really liked having the 3 Lycris. There was never a time where I thought this was bad. There was actually a time where I had all 3 Lycris in hand with 1 Candina, and that was absolutely just crazy. Going into battle phase and activate chain to go and punch for a lot of damage. That was absolutely crazy. 1 Corbane, of course, and 1 copy of Lilybell. That suffices for the Trickstar engine. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Also, very much excited. I think the ultis made a big difference. Definitely love that. Next, played 3 copies of Cashier Fenrir. Just absolutely broken card. The fact that it replaces itself to discard for Super Poly is absolutely huge. Or off of like a Nightmare Unicorn or a Nightmare Phoenix, whatever it might be. So really good to have that additional follow-up in hand. For the hand traps, guys, played still 3 Droll, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler. I did play 3 Imperm as well, but go ahead and put that here. And just actually, let me go ahead and put that here right now. Why not? This is going to be for the hand trap lineup. I know that Nibiru has been really big as well, but realistically, I think Effect Veiler, Imperm are just really crazy good this format, especially that Centurion is now coming into the format, so it's something I definitely want to go ahead and watch out for, of course. Drone Lockboard you have to play, but there was one game against the Rescue Ace in the very last match where I actually cited it out, just because I knew he could play around it extremely well, so there was no point in actually having the Droll and Lockbird, even if I could Reincarnation Droll. So you have 4 light stage, I should say, absolutely the greatest card ever printed, because light stage is like absolutely crazy. So it does so much for you. Additional burn, the searches on activations, crazy. But the craziest effect of all that came in extremely clutch was the fact that it could continuously just freeze my opponent's back row, and it would just send to the graveyard during the end phase. So I didn't have to worry about imperm pretty much the entire tournament, which was absolutely huge. Next 3 copies of Pot of Prosperity, of course, for the consistency. I want to make sure that I am able to see all of my engine cards as soon as possible. And even if I don't search for engine, this at least lets me get into additional disruption, interruption, whatever it might be. So 3 prosperity. I actually consider playing this at 2, but 3 is perfectly fine. 2 poly. This I really want to go ahead and bump up to 3 in the next profile, because Super Poly is an insanely good card, and I never freaking saw this card, so that was really upsetting. Actually, no, I'm lying. I did see it once. It actually came in really clutch against Horus, but still, I mean, 3 Super Poly is definitely going to be the way to go from now on. I'm still on the 1 Thrust, 1 Talents. I think playing either one of these at more is just inconvenient. If you're activating either Thrust or Talents, you are good to go from there. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. And then Duster, Instant Fusion, Ready Fusion, and Called By for the last few spells in the grave. These 2 were absolutely godlike. These 3 are absolutely godlike in the main deck, because no one sees Harpy's Duster coming in the main, of course. And then Ready Fusion, Instant Fusion to go into so many different lines is absolutely crazy. At the worst case scenario, you make a fusion and link off with it into SP to be able to banish. I actually do want to play multiple SPs potentially in a future list, so that's something I have to look into. And of course, 3 Trickstar Reincarnation, which was absolutely crazy the entire time. Just being able to disrupt my opponent's hand was super freaking good. Next for the links, I actually went into Holy Angel I think twice during the tournament, because it actually came up in order to push for more damage. 1 SP, like I said, I want to find room to fit in a second copy of SP. I might take out either the Phoenix or the Unicorn for it. That's going to be it for the links. Then for the fusions, 1000 Ice Restrict. This card is godlike, dude. So freaking good. Really love it. The fact that you can just yoink an opponent's monster and pretty much just you can link it off afterwards is crazy good. So 1 copy of 1000 Ice Restrict. We're still on the Flame Swordsman, and we're still on Sea Monster Theseus. Of course, we made Baron once or twice during the tournament, so that was really clutch to have this card. And then Flame Swordsman is just a funny card that no one sees coming. That's going to be it for instant and ready fusion targets. For Super Poly targets, 1 Garura, 1 Mud Dragon, 1 Draco Equiste, and then 1 Guilty Gear Free, just in case for the Vanadium matchup. I quake in my boots against the Vanadium matchup, honestly. 1 Typhon Sky Crisis, 1 AA Zeus, 1 Artifact Rundle, and 1 copy of Bear on the Floor to round off the extra deck. And then for the side guys, we did change up a few things here and there here. So we still played 3 Shifter. Actually came extremely clutch, especially against the Unchained matchups. So really happy I played this, even though I absolutely freaking hate this card. It still came in really good. Next we play an additional copy of Thrust along with Change of Heart, Lightning Storm, the 3rd Super Poly, which I will go ahead and put in the main. And I did take out 3 Nibiru, which I said earlier in the video as well, for 3 copies of Book of Moon, which actually did not come up. I want to go ahead and prepare for the Centurion strategy just in case anyone was on it, but I didn't see any Centurion at all there, so maybe next week, but we have to be ready for it, guys. I mean, Book of Moon, to go ahead and Book of Moon their, what's it called? Their tuner, and then should be good to go from there. I did side this in going up against Rescue Ace, hoping that I could just book their Hydrant, but unfortunately it did not come up. 2 Barrier and 3 copies of Trap Trick, so we can go ahead and dig further for our traps. And that's going to be it for the deck profile, guys. It's going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys prefer more this method where I just talk about the matches after the fact and go ahead and get the goo from there? Or do you guys prefer actually watching the actual matches and having me dub over, explain my thought process, things like that? Personally, I think I preferred the more dubbed version, so I can go ahead and actually give you guys my thought process, give you guys what I was thinking at the time. Otherwise, you guys get to go ahead and I guess be more in the zone. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you guys did enjoy, again, you can let me know by smashing that like button and subscribe for more, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and keep this series going, probably not nearly as frequently, but it's still something that I do want to go ahead and touch base with here and there, because I do love this deck. I do want to make sure I can find a way to go ahead and top with it, so we will keep trying, guys. But without further ado, hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.